When his campaign and his cash started drying up, John McCain spent most of this day in New Hampshire. He's expected to do no better than third place here. Another Iowa no-show, Rudy Giuliani's also focusing his efforts back east. Among the Democrats, Hillary Clinton, touting her experience, has said all along she's the only candidate who can stand up to Republicans.
They've been coming after me for 16 years, and much to their dismay, I'm still here. And I intend to be still here in November 2008. So go to the caucus tomorrow.
Barack Obama's continuing his quest to lure undecideds and independents. He's trying to dash Clinton's hopes of sailing smoothly toward the nomination.
Polls show me right now as the only Democrat to beat every single one of the Republicans. I beat Mitt, I beat Rudy, I beat Mike, I beat Fred, I beat John, I beat them all.
Then there's John Edwards staging a 36-hour, all-night sprint to the finish.
That all of you are willing to be here in the middle of the night to show your support for what we're doing is inspirational to us.
Some names we didn't mention: Fred Thompson, Ron Paul, Joe Biden, Chris Dodd, and Bill Richardson, among others, here in Iowa and down the road in New Hampshire. Some of these folks start to get numbers they don't like. You can bet the field of presidential candidates will start to narrow. In Des Moines, Grant Rampy, KTLA News.
And you know who else is in Iowa tonight? LA Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa. After a news conference this afternoon in Watts, Villaraigosa flew back to Iowa to continue campaigning for Hillary Clinton. And he was there over the weekend, too. Villaraigosa is one of Clinton's national campaign leaders. But he's kept a low profile in the race until recently. His own image badly damaged by last summer's controversy over an affair with a television newscaster. And by the way, LA City Council President Eric Garcetti is also busy campaigning in Iowa. He's backing Barack Obama. And that brings us to tonight's viewer poll. Do you care who wins the Iowa caucuses? Have your say and log on to KTLA.com and cast your vote.
Republican presidential candidate Mike Huckabee hasn't made any friends at the Writers Guild. Huckabee was in Burbank today, crossing the picket line to be on the Jay Leno show. Chip Yost was there and joins us now live from a benefit show in West Hollywood. Chip.
Emmett, an interesting part about this is just yesterday, Huckabee said he was actually on the writers' side in this ongoing strike, but he made it clear tonight that his support only goes so far, especially when he had the chance to talk to millions of people on Jay Leno's first night back on the air since the strike started.
People are looking for a presidential candidate who reminds them more of the guy they work with rather than the guy that laid them off.
Right.
And I think that's part of what is going on right now.
When Republican presidential candidate Mike Huckabee decided to go on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, even as striking writers outside NBC's studios urged him not to,
Shut it down. Hollywood's a union town.
he must have known the names he would be called.
I actually can't believe that a person running for president in our country will openly cross a picket line.
But there he was, a day after his confused response to what exactly it was he would be doing here. Huckabee told reporters on a train in Iowa that he thought the late-night shows had reached an agreement with the Writers Guild. But that was only partially true. David Letterman's production company did reach an agreement with the Writers Guild that allows Letterman and CBS's Craig Ferguson to go back to work with their writers.
Dave has been off the air for 8 long weeks because of the writers' strike. Tonight, he's back. Oh, well, all good things come to an end.
That agreement allowed Democratic presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton to make a much less controversial appearance on Letterman's show tonight. But other shows, including Leno's, have no agreement. So Leno went on the air tonight without his writers, and Huckabee joined him. Why would he make such a controversial move the night before the Iowa caucuses? Looking at all the media on hand, one audience member thinks he may know the answer.
If you were his advisor, would you advise him to do this?
Again, the business is to get on the news. I think he's going to do that.
Indeed, Huckabee is doing that, though some warn it could cost him down the line.
He's gotten endorsements from unions, and I hope those unions pull the endorsements. I mean, I don't hope ill on anyone, but he does deserve to get his union endorsements pulled.
Huckabee did not talk about the writers' strike on the show tonight, but in the end, his gamble may pay off. We talked to a number of people as they left the show, and they all said they had generally a positive impression of Huckabee after seeing him there. Even one guy who described himself as a liberal Democrat said he may end up voting for him. As for this benefit here at the Laugh Factory tonight, this has been going on every Wednesday since the strike started by the Laugh Factory and the Writers Guild Foundation, but it's not for striking writers. It's for people who have found themselves in the middle and out of work during this whole thing, people who work in other parts of the entertainment industry. Live in West Hollywood, I'm Chip Yost. Leila, back to you.
Chip, thank you. All right, get ready for rain. Forecasters say a series of powerful storms could slam into the Southland over the next few days, threatening to dump up to 4 inches of rain. And as Chris Wolf reports, people in areas recently devastated by wildfires, they are preparing for the worst.
The floods and mudslides that rolled into Southern California along with the new year in 2005 are a not-so-distant memory for all the people affected. Now the National Weather Service says the Southland may experience a similar violent downpour during the next few days. That means neighborhoods in recent burn areas where so much of the vegetation has been wiped away may be at high risk for another washout.
I hope and pray to God it is not as bad as 05.
Rachel Lombardo lives with her family in Valverde near Castaic. 3 years ago, mud piled up to 4 feet high here. This neighborhood was buried under mud, wasn't it?
Very much so, because we're right across the street from a big hill, and that had a huge landslide too, and you could probably still see it. But that just came pouring down the road.
So it came down from all sides, basically.
Yeah, everywhere.
If powerful storms bring heavy rain again, this time the Lombardos are ready.
Well, we have our walls up now, and hopefully it'll keep it out some, but still put sandbags up and everything else, just be as a precaution.
Malibu, Santa Clarita, and the Santa Ana Mountains are other areas of concern following the recent hillside clearing wildfires. LA County Public Works officials have consulted with residents in about 140 homes on steps they can take to secure their property. There's even a how-to book on stacking sandbags, building timber walls and concrete barriers, and digging drains, for example. County workers are handling other projects, making sure flood channels and debris collection basins are clear. The water may be coming, and that's why people are doing everything they can to control its path. Chris Wolf, KTLA News.
And for more information on how to protect your home and property, you can visit our website at ktla.com.
Strong winds continued to make it tough for truck drivers along Interstate 15 today. At least 5 big rigs remained on their sides, overturned by gusting winds in Fontana. Other truck drivers were forced to pull over and wait till the winds died down. It was a scary sight for some out-of-towners.
We saw like 3 or 4 semis just tipped, so we decided just to pull off the road because it's really bad out there. So
when I felt like I was on a ship just swaying back and forth, I knew there was a little strong winds, and then I looked on, it was just windy and everything, and yeah, Mike made a good decision to pull over because it was really bad out there.
The winds have died down for now, but as you just heard, a new storm system's on the way. And Ross King's here to tell us all about it. Ross, we missed you, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Ross, welcome back.
Leila missed me too, but her aim is getting better. It's BYOB time. Bring your own brolly. Umbrellas at the ready. Okay, as Emmett was saying, the winds have died down. Let's just check out exactly how they are. Look at that. Doesn't die down more than that. 0. Okay, you can see they are definitely dying down. That's the good news. Bad news? Well, it depends which way you look at it. Rain is on the way, and whoa, do we have a lot of it. There it is coming in at the moment. Not 1, not 2, but 3 storms coming along, and I've got all the information just exactly when it will be arriving here in the Southland. That all coming up later on in the broadcast. Back to you, Emmett and Leila.
Okay, Ross, thanks for that. Sheriff's deputies are looking for a driver involved in a deadly hit-and-run crash that killed a mother and one of her 4-year-old twin sons. The accident happened at 9:30 last night at the intersection of South Main and East Albertoni Streets in Carson. Deputies say a pickup truck reportedly struck a van. 34-year-old Mitty Makasha, a passenger in the van, died. And one of Makasha's sons also died tonight. Her other son and a man believed to be the father are hospitalized with critical injuries. The suspected hit-and-run driver abandoned his truck and is still at large tonight. And a candlelight vigil is taking place at this hour in Hollywood to remember 2 men killed in a fiery street racing crash. Nigel Guidry and Eric Fitz died in the collision that happened around 4:30 Saturday morning at Sunset Boulevard and Highland Avenue. 21-year-old Carlos Stephen John was charged today with gross vehicular manslaughter and drunken driving in connection with the deadly street race. Police say John, who was alone in his car, plowed into an Infiniti which burst into flames, killing the driver and passenger. John had allegedly been racing the driver of another BMW who left the scene before the fatal accident.
Somebody to just come and take your child away, you know, with the blink of an eye. You know, I mean, he's there one minute and the next minute you never see your child again, you know. But I'm just going to have to, you know, be strong for everybody else.
If convicted, John faces a maximum of 12 years in state prison. He's scheduled to be arraigned tomorrow morning.
Here's a reason for Angelenos to feel safer. The latest numbers show violent crime continues to decline in Los Angeles. But as Manny Medrano reports, Mayor Villaraigosa and Chief Bratton say they plan to make the city safer still.
Give them a big hand.
There was euphoria in Watts today, historically one of the most crime-ridden areas of Los Angeles, as Mayor Villaraigosa and Police Chief William Bratton announced crime statistics for 2007. The city's crime rate has dropped for a 6th straight year. Compared to 2006, rape has decreased by 13%, robbery by 6%, assaults are down 9%. And more importantly, Los Angeles homicides in 2007 fell to a 37-year low of 392. That's a 17% decrease from last year and a 64% decline from 1992, when LA recorded more than 1,000 murders. And in Watts alone, homicides were down by 50%.
Now, this is great news for the neighborhoods that make up Los Angeles. This is great news for the economy of Los Angeles.
Key to these impressive figures is community-based policing.
But the causal reason for it is right here. Community, political leadership, and cops. Cops count.
Members of the Watts community were out in force to applaud the efforts to tackle violent crime.
This is a good day. We don't have to come and see our children laying out here murdered and can't do anything about it. What has made the difference is we got sick and tired of being sick and tired of working separately.
Nationally, murder rates have declined to levels last seen in the 1960s. But LA's homicide decrease is the most significant among America's top 10 cities, making Los Angeles perhaps the safest, largest city in the U.S. Is this decrease due to gang members fleeing LA for outer-lying areas?
It's not demographics, not the economy, it's not the weather. Being quite frank with you, those are influences. What makes the difference is cops focused on crime, cops who believe they can make a difference.
Here in Watts and other parts of Los Angeles, there's much work to be done still in one key area. 80% of LA's homicides involve firearms. So the mayor and chief of police are determined to go after illegal guns. In Watts, I'm Manny Medrano, KTLA News.
A presidential election triggers some deadly violence, and tonight there are fears that the country could be on the brink of a bloody civil war.
Plus, the CIA now under investigation because of some missing interrogation videotapes. And then the new year gets off to a very volatile start on Wall Street.
And why more than 1 million Californians will have some extra cash in their next paycheck.
They're all clues. Secrets this big.
The president's book contains all of our nation's secrets.
Don't stay secret for long.
Is that for us? Oh, hello.
National Treasure Book of Secrets. Rated PG. Now playing.
Make it to Morongo Casino Resort and Spa for big-time rewards. Make it to Morongo, the big-time place to play.
4 tribes cut themselves a Sacramento deal for one of the largest casino expansions in history, far beyond the modest increase voters were promised. Deals that give away too much to the richest, most powerful tribes and let them calculate what they'll share with the state. Then the big 4 tribes tried to keep their deals off the ballot because they know when voters get the chance, we're going to say no deal.
Don't miss huge savings. All Levitt's furniture stores going out of business. Now save 25 to 50% and more on everything at Levitt's. Save on every living room, dining room, bedroom, all leather furniture, recliners, wall units, and more. Up to 70% off all Oriental rugs. Serta or Sealy mattress sets at closeout prices. Truckloads of new merchandise arriving for even bigger selection. It's a total liquidation. Everything on sale. Everything must go. Levitt's furniture going out of business. All stores closing soon. Take 25 to 50% and more off all furniture, accessories, and Oriental rugs. Right now. Only at Levitt's.
A new crisis is growing in Africa with ethnic violence sweeping the nation of Kenya. Hundreds have already been killed, and many fear a mass protest planned for tomorrow could trigger a new wave of bloodshed. Opposition leaders accuse President Mwai Kibaki of stealing last weekend's election, and the losing candidate, Raila Odinga, is defying the government with calls for a million-man march tomorrow in Nairobi. He denies accusations that he's inciting supporters to riot.
Not at all. I'm not encouraging them. I don't own them. These are people of a country, and they've seen themselves robbed.
No Raila, no peace. There will be no peace in Kenya unless Raila is the president of Kenya.
Odinga's supporters have targeted members of President Kibaki's Kikuyu tribe, which dominates Kenyan politics. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice has been in contact with Odinga and with the government of Kenya, calling on both sides to end the violence.
Another world crisis, this one in Pakistan. The government of President Pervez Musharraf set February 18th as the new date for national elections. The election was delayed by last week's murder of opposition leader Benazir Bhutto. Also today, Musharraf bowed to international pressure and announced that Great Britain will help investigate Bhutto's assassination.
We have decided to request a team from Scotland Yard. And I'm very thankful to Prime Minister Gordon Brown. And with the grace of God, this team will immediately be coming to Pakistan.
That move by Musharraf is intended to fend off calls for United Nations probe into the murder and accusations of a government cover-up. Tonight, the White House called Pakistan's acceptance of outside investigators appropriate and necessary.
And in Washington tonight, the controversy over those interrogation videos destroyed by the CIA is now a criminal investigation. U.S. Attorney Michael Mukasey has appointed an outside prosecutor to lead the probe alongside the FBI. This announcement is the first indication that investigators believe the CIA may have committed criminal acts in the way it handled the tapes. In fact, both the Justice Department and the CIA's own Inspector General have concluded a criminal investigation is warranted.
The new year is off to a rocky start on Wall Street. Oil briefly topped $100 a barrel. And that, coupled with a weak manufacturing report, sent traders running for cover. The Dow lost 220 points. Now, that is the largest slide ever for the first trading day of a new year. The weakness also spilled over into tech stocks, sending the Nasdaq into a 42-point decline, and the S&P gave up 21 points. The sell-off came despite indications the Fed is getting ready to cut interest rates once again. That sort of news would normally trigger a rally, but traders were spooked by an unexpected drop in manufacturing during the month of December, paired with a sudden reduction in export orders. That's a possible sign of recession. Meantime, new violence in Nigeria helped push oil prices higher. At least one contract reached the $100 mark before oil closed at $99.62, up $3.64 for the day.
2008 means more money for minimum wage workers in California, but some say the change doesn't make sense. As Rachel Calderon reports, the wage increase could end up costing you.
Kayshawn Cole will be looking closely at her first paycheck of 2008. Thanks to an increase to California's minimum wage for the second time in 2 years, this mom, college student, and full-time cashier will take home 50 cents more an hour. But she says earning $8 an hour doesn't make things easier.
Everything is high, rent, bills, groceries, oh my God, everything is high.
Kayshawn is part of the 1.4 million people in California who earn minimum wage, but not everyone is celebrating the raise.
When our costs rise, regrettably, we have to look at how we can offset that price increase. We look at revaluing some of the dishes that we're serving, but we also do take price increases to offset part of that minimum wage increase.
The pay increase could be costing consumers. Customers will see the price of a Caesar salad and many other items on the Daily Grill's menu to increase by 3 to 4%. And the part-time employees hope their benefits won't get slashed either.
They don't ever rush here to pick up their paychecks. They rush to pick up their tips.
Eric Greenspan of the Foundry on Melrose says the increase doesn't help the lowest paid employees at his West Hollywood restaurant. 13 of his 29 employees are waitstaff who earn minimum wage, but they also take home tips. He'd rather see the pay increase go to his dishwashers. And since he opened just 8 months ago, he can't afford to drive customers away by increasing prices.
I can't cut back on staff either. So the reality is this increase on minimum wage is really going to affect my business and probably most small privately owned restaurants.
Someone working full-time earning minimum wage will earn $2,600 more in 2008 than they earned in 2006. But because it is so expensive to live in Southern California, one expert we talked to says that small increase may not do much for the people minimum wage was designed to help. Economist Jack Kaiser says it's still good news for minimum wage earners, but businesses and customers will be the ones unhappy.
With things uncertain, a business might say, okay, the economy is a little bit uncertain, minimum wage has just gone up if it impacts me, so I may not want to expand right about now. But it all sort of evens out, and it takes a period of time before you see any real impacts.
In Los Angeles, Rachel Calderon, KTLA News.
And that brings us to the results of last night's poll. We asked, do you think you'll be better off financially this year than last year? 34% of our poll participants said yes, 66% said no.
A beauty queen accused of a very ugly crime. Why one young woman might have to trade her sash and crown for some shackles.
Plus, they'll pay you green to go green. One local city takes some unusual steps to make their town more environmentally friendly.
New year, old Damon, even older Ross. New gags?
Absolutely not, Ryder strike. College football, USC was number 7, but now number 1, while in Westwood. Are the Bruin basketball players still in love with love?
Hey, Writer strike latest, drama for Britney. Keep getting this feeling of deja vu. Keep getting this feeling of deja vu.
He's broken. We'll get him fixed. It's all ahead in sports and entertainment.
Keep getting this feeling of deja vu. Keep getting this feeling of deja vu.
Dig into a mouth-watering Family Guy and 2.5 Men combo meal. Indulge yourself with back-to-back episodes of everyone's favorite little treat. 1 full hour of Family Guy at 6 and 2.5 Men at 7. Tomorrow on KTLA.
The Great Debaters is a nominee for Best Picture of the Year.
Debate is combat. Your weapons are words.
It will make you believe again in the power of movies. Denzel Washington, The Great Debaters, rated PG-13.
In college, I wanted to be an architect. But after my father had a heart attack, I devoted my life to studying the heart.
Inventor of the Jarvik artificial heart, Dr. Robert Jarvik.
Now I trust my heart to Lipitor. Adding Lipitor lowers bad cholesterol 39 to 60% when diet and exercise aren't enough. And Lipitor does more. Unlike Crestor, Vytorin, and Zetia, Lipitor is FDA approved to reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke if you have several common risk factors for heart disease.
Ready, Dad?
Yeah. And Lipitor is one of the most researched medicines. I'm glad I take Lipitor as a doctor and a dad. Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. You need simple blood tests to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor if you're taking other medications or if you have any muscle pain or weakness. This may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Lipitor is one of many treatment options to consider with your doctor. Don't wait. Ask your doctor.
Our state is struggling to pay for vital services like education and public safety. So Governor Schwarzenegger negotiated new gaming agreements with 4 Indian tribes. The tribes will pay a much higher percentage of their gaming revenues to the state and be allowed to grow their gaming business. This will provide over $9 billion to fund essential state services without raising taxes or putting us further in debt. $9 billion. No new taxes, no new debt. It's that simple.
Not many sure things on the road to happiness, but there's one. Put your cash in an orange savings account from ING Direct, and it'll grow. The secret is, you got a pen? High interest. Tell your friends. Save your money.
Traffic, news, weather, entertainment, video. What else am I missing?
It's kind of like everything in one website. Yeah.
Anything you're looking for is on KTLA.com. It's perfect.
Hi, I'm John Cryer. Watch 2.5 Men every single night on KTLA.
2007 flew into the record books. Last year was the safest for flying in 44 years. That's according to the Aircraft Crashes Record Office, an international watchdog group based in Switzerland. Their report shows 33 commercial flights crashed last year, and the number of people killed in those crashes is also down, the lowest in 3 years. While safety is important, so is getting to your destination on time. ForbesTraveler.com has released a list of the most punctual U.S. airlines. Top of the list at number 1, Hawaiian. In second place, Aloha. Third, Southwest. Fourth, Frontier. And the 5th most on-time U.S. flyer, AirTran.
The state of California went head-to-head with the EPA over who gets to set vehicle emission laws, and now California's suing. The EPA says new federal regulations are more effective than a patchwork of state laws. California contends its state laws tougher. It'd require the auto industry to cut emissions by 1/3 in new vehicles by 2016 or reach an average of at least 36 miles a gallon. Other states are expected to join California in that lawsuit. One Southland city is encouraging them to go green by shelling out green. As Jamie Chambers reports, you can also get out of your parking ticket.
When it comes to the green revolution, the bottom line is, well, the bottom line. When Congress passed its landmark energy bill, it left out incentives for residents to use green technologies. The city of Santa Monica says if the feds aren't going to help green their city, they'll do it themselves.
The federal government continues to drop the ball, and it's local governments and state governments that are doing the innovative, outside-of-the-box thinking to try to get us to the next point in our evolutionary energy evolution we need to get to.
Craig Perkins says by using cash incentives and green grant programs, his city is getting the clean tech bug.
By 2020, our goal is to be a net zero electricity demand city.
Some of the sweeter incentives include owners of energy-efficient homes receiving grants up to $8,000. People who replace their grass with drought-resistant plants and water runoff storage could receive grants of $20,000. If you have a hybrid car with an HOV sticker, you are allowed to park in a metered space for free. And if you've ever gotten a ticket in Santa Monica, you know how sweet that incentive is. And low-interest loans for solar panels that could pay for themselves in less than 10 years. Perkins says the city of Santa Monica has already paid out over $500,000 in grants and incentives. When I asked him if he was worried about the city going bankrupt from giving out green incentives, he just laughed.
And that would be the sort of problem that we would like to have.
Santa Monica says their green incentives in the future will pay off with interest, and it's only a matter of time before some of the bigger cities get on board. From the Santa Monica Library, Jamie Chambers, KTLA News.
Okay, time for the weather, and we got some big storms ahead, so we brought the big guy back.
Oh, hey, with a new suit brought over by the family, which was very kind of them. I used to get hand-me-downs when I was a kid. 6 sisters. One day I went to school, I had the same dress on as the teacher. I don't know who was more embarrassed, him or me, but that's another story. Right now, downtown LA. Here all week, try your waitress. 57 degrees is the current temperature, humidity at 27, barometer is rising. No winds at the moment, it's all calm out there. Today, hey, we're a little bit higher than normal. Tomorrow, we're back down again, normal of 68. Low of 54, sunrise coming up at 7, sunset 4:56. Okay then, overnight, this is what we're looking at. 48 degrees, becoming mostly cloudy. And then tomorrow, what's going to happen? Well, in the morning for your commute, it's going to be all right. Afternoon commute, possibility of a few sprinkles, but just the possibility. But then we're looking at the big, big picture. What is going to be happening? Wow! I don't know what it means, but it just went wow, because look at all those lovely colors. No, this is a warm front. This is going to come in, going to hit the coast tomorrow. Okay, hits the coast, stops. Then next one comes in. This colder front bringing in more rain. And then just when you thought you got over that, ha-ha! There it is. In comes the third one. So we're actually going to get 3 coming together, which means over the next 5 days, we are definitely looking at rain, and quite a lot of rain as well. Looking at the current highs for tomorrow, I should say the highs for tomorrow, they will be not that high at all. 71 being the highest there for Anaheim. Get this, Palm Springs only gets up there to 65, El Cajon at 71. So the 5 days look like this, and in comes the rain. We're looking at between 2 and 4 inches of rain, Saturday being the heaviest day. Some areas, though, may well get up to about 10 inches of rain. Oh! Gasp. Okay, for the coast, look at that, 20% chance tomorrow. It's all going to start coming in tomorrow night, but the heaviest day, though, for all the areas will be Saturday. Look at that. We're actually seeing 80% chance of rain Friday and Saturday. A little bit of a cooling trend on the way, too. And for the IE as well, look, we just gave up. We just went wet, and that's the way it's going to be. Exactly, that says it all. And our weather producer, believe it or not, Landon actually goes out when it's raining on the beach with his flip-flops and his little Speedos on. Delete, delete, delete. I'll be back with all the entertainment news. More on Britney drama. Hey, who could have written it? Not the writers, because they're still on strike. See? Deja vu.
And it won't be the end. See you later. Thanks, Ross.
Yeah, and the image of Landon, I don't
Yeah, exactly. Whoa.
I don't need it.
Poor Landon. Local cops on trial for using their badges to cover up crimes. Plus, one former beauty queen might soon be running for the Miss Prison Inmate contest.
Then, investigators make a startling discovery in the cage of a zoo tiger that went on a deadly rampage.
And forget about police dogs. Now LA has some cat cops. Coming back.
If I say I'm an oil man, you will agree. This is my son and my partner, H.W. Plainview.
You boys are a regular family business.
You boys are a little late.
We'll offer $1 million for full title.
What else would I do with myself?
You spend time with your boy?
Don't tell me how to raise my family. One night, I'm gonna come to you wherever you're sleeping, and I'm gonna cut your throat.
Rated R, now playing in select theaters.
Is getting a better night's sleep on your list of New Year's resolutions? Then come to Living Spaces, California's favorite furniture store. We've got a huge selection of the best brands in bedding, including Sealy, Serta, Stearns & Foster, Circadian, Casa Cristina, and Diamond. We also carry the latest in sleep technology from Tempur-Pedic. Come see how the amazing Tempur-Pedic memory foam conforms to every inch of your body. And best of all, Living Spaces carries all mattresses in stock, so you can buy it today and sleep on it tonight.
Living Spaces.
Having trouble getting to work after a car accident? One call to Farmers Help Point could fix that. Farmers Help Point. Sanity makes a comeback.
Kia Fest, deals like you've never seen before. Like 0% APR plus 500 bonus cash.
The name on the back of the jersey. That's what they call you. But the name on the front of the jersey, that's who you are. If you aren't a team player, you're no player at all. Los Angeles Clippers. Love the game.
This is the Emmy Award-winning KTLA Prime News.
Good evening, I'm Leila Feinstein.
And I'm Emmett Miller.
A former beauty queen definitely won't win Miss Congeniality. 25-year-old Kumari Fulbright is facing multiple charges after she allegedly held her ex-boyfriend at gunpoint and tortured him. Fulbright won beauty contests in 2005 and 2006 and twice competed for the title of Miss Arizona. She was also a law school student and was clerking for a federal judge at the time of her arrest. Fulbright's lawyer says she is innocent and that her ex-boyfriend made up the entire thing. Police in the city of Orange are asking for the public's help in their search for a bank robber. The suspect has been dubbed the Scarface Bandit because, well, he has a scar on his left cheek. The brazen robber hit the same bank twice within 18 days. And today, police released these photos from the most recent robbery, which took place last Friday. The suspect walked into a Citibank, handed a note to the teller, and demanded money. No weapon was used and no one was injured.
Today, a jury was selected and opening statements heard in the federal trial of two former Southland police officers, ex-LAPD officer William Ferguson and his brother, former Long Beach officer Joseph Ferguson, are both accused of at least 30 home invasion robberies. They pretended they were conducting raids, drug raids. The prosecution's first witness also testified. She says one of the officers threatened to take away her kids if she didn't cooperate. And the San Francisco Zoo is scheduled to reopen to the public tomorrow after the deadly tiger attack on Christmas Day. The tiger exhibit, meanwhile, is going to stay closed until safety improvements are completed. That includes constructing higher walls around the enclosure. Right now, the walls are 4 feet lower than the recommended height. Zoo officials believe the tiger, Tatiana, climbed or jumped out of her enclosure before killing one young man and injuring two others.
At the present time, in order to ensure visitor safety, all of the cats are being locked away and in their cages inside the lion house.
The zoo director says something was done to provoke the tiger. Investigators found a rock and a tree branch inside the tiger enclosure, something they say was unusual. And they also found an empty vodka bottle in the victim's car, and the victims themselves had slingshots. but the victim's attorney denies allegations that these young men taunted the animal.
The LAPD is taking aim at a prowler that comes into the stations to steal food. And now they have some four-legged helpers to fight this four-legged problem. Let's go live to Willa Sandmeyer in South LA with more on this, I guess we can call it crime-fighting effort. Willa, can you please explain?
Absolutely, it is a crime-fighting effort, and the suspects, mice and large rats that have infested this police station here in South Los Angeles. And we're going to show you the home of the special team. The LAPD has a special unit on the case. They're called Working Cats. This literally is their cat house, all puns intended. They were kept in these large cages for about a month because these are feral cats, wild cats. You see there's food here. They are fed daily. They're not expected to have to live off the rodents and the mice that they catch. There are 6 of them who are on this special patrol. Their mere presence sending out a message to local rodents. It's time for them to leave. Meet a member of the Working Cats, a feline patrol that's on duty 24/7 here at the LAPD's Southeast Division Station. Their assignment, taking out the resident rat population. Officer Sandra Magdaleno saw the cats in action one day as she was preparing to feed them.
And I placed the dish down, and all of a sudden a rat came toward me and stopped about a foot away from me. And my cat was headed across the parking lot under the cars. When he saw that rat, he just snatched him up and ran away with him.
The rat and mouse problem was one of the first complaints Captain Kelly Muldorfer heard when she took over as station commander last summer.
A couple of our civilian employees were complaining in records and so on that while they were working, little critters were crawling across the top of their feet and running across the tops of the desks.
Captain Muldorfer decided she needed to call in the cats through a program developed by the animal welfare group Voice for Animals. They select feral cats from shelters and place them where they're needed. The cats were very effective at Captain Muldorfer's previous workplace, the LAPD's Foothill Division.
They don't eat the rats or the mice as a food source. They simply scare them off because of the odor that comes out in their urine.
Spreading that feline scent.
That's it exactly.
Officer Magdaleno, who's rescued hundreds of animals from South LA streets, is the designated watch officer of sorts for the Working Cats. She feeds them and knows their routines. She admits at first she was skeptical about what impact this four-legged patrol could have on the rats, but she's becoming a believer, especially after seeing one rat quickly meet his demise. One less rat.
One less rat.
Now, the Working Cats program has been so successful at several other LAPD stations that it may be expanded to the Central Division station later this year. They're also thinking about bringing the Working Cats patrol to Parker Center downtown. Reporting live in South LA, I'm Willa Sandmeyer. Back to you in the studio.
Willa, thank you very much. Now for a look at some of the other stories making news headlines around the world. Iraq, a suicide bomber killed 7 people and wounded 22 others during an attack near a hospital in the town of Baquba. 2 of those killed were members of a U.S.-backed armed Sunni volunteer group. The volunteers are widely credited with helping to lower the violence in Baquba. London, patients had to be quickly evacuated after the leading cancer treatment hospital in England burst into flames. No one was injured in the fire. The hospital was the first in the world dedicated to the study and treatment of cancer. It opened in 1851.
Chile. Lava and ash exploded from the top of one of Chile's largest volcanoes after it erupted overnight. 700 people living near the volcano had to be evacuated from their homes. And the eruption was so powerful, some of the smoke and ash made it all the way to neighboring Argentina. France. The image of a smoke-filled Paris cafe is now a thing of the past. A new law went into effect today banning smokers from lighting up inside restaurants and bars in France. Anyone caught puffing away will be fined $93.
Now let's see if they actually stop, right?
We will find out.
Milk may not do a body good, while drinking non-fat milk could put you at risk for a deadly disease.
And now you can upgrade your TV while the U.S. government foots the bill.
I'm Ross King, the latest on the writer's strike, and you've just got to see how some late-night talk show hosts filled time. Plus, New Year, new Britney drama. All sounds old to me. That's entertainment. Next.
Dreams. They drive us.
We want to publish your book, Lucas.
They inspire us.
Music can be the thing that changes the world.
We're here to make money.
This is our time.
And ultimately, they define us.
This is what I wished for.
This is our time.
There are more important things in basketball.
I cannot keep living like this.
Peyton, I love you.
One Tree Hill. Season premiere Tuesday at 8 on KTLA The CW.
From the award-winning director of Pride and Prejudice comes the one epic love story that has everyone raving. It's the most achingly romantic movie since Titanic, nominated for 7 Golden Globes, including Best Picture. Atonement, rated R, now playing.
It's last call at your Ford dealer, and we're ending 2007 in a big way. Take your pick of select Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, and Ford will make your payments until spring of 2008. We've got low lease offers as well as great APRs. Choose F-150, Ranger, Mustang, Fusion, the Escape Hybrid, the Edge, or the all-new Focus with Sync. And Ford will make the first 2 payments for you. It's last call at your Ford dealer, and the payments are on us.
What do these parents have in common?
She went from a 4th grade level to an 8th grade level.
He went from grades B's and C's to A's and B's. Successful kids in Sylvan. Call and learn about our programs. They're more affordable than you think. 1-800-EDUCATE.
Steps 2, 3, and
Whatever steps you're taking to impress your partner, don't let erectile dysfunction get in the way. Viagra, America's most prescribed ED treatment, can help you enjoy a more satisfying sexual experience. To learn more, take a spin around Viagra.com. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Don't take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease in vision or hearing. Now's the time to take the lead. Ask your doctor if Viagra is right for you.
2 new studies have found a link between prostate cancer and low-fat or non-fat milk. Researchers at the University of Hawaii and the National Institutes of Health in Maryland made similar discoveries. They believe that dietary calcium and non-fat milk affect vitamin D metabolism and increase the risk of prostate cancer. In an overall analysis of food groups, dairy products and milk were not associated with prostate cancer. Only low-fat or non-fat milk increased the risk.
Okay, Ross is back. More news on the writer's strike and the late shows.
Let's get straight to it, and we start with the return of late-night talk shows. Leno, Letterman, O'Brien, Ferguson have been off the air for 2 months because of the writer's strike. Tonight, fresh new episodes, but most without writers. So how do you fill an hour without written gags, skits, or monologues? Well, here's what Conan O'Brien, sporting a strike beard, did. And that went on. What will he do day 2? He also tried to see how long he could spin his wedding ring on his desk for. All jokes aside, he said he hopes the strike ends soon so he can be reunited with his writers. And he's still going, and so do we. Jay Leno was also back without writers, but he did have a monologue.
A Jew, a Christian, and a Muslim walk into a bar. The Jew says to the Muslim, "See, I have no idea what they say because there's a writer's strike. We don't know what they say." This strike especially hard here on NBC. Do you realize there are actually more people picketing NBC now than watching NBC right now?
Jay's guest tonight was presidential candidate Mike Huckabee. It'll certainly be interesting to see in the coming days which actors will actually cross a picket line to appear on his show. Because David Letterman had an A-list actor on his show and a top 10 list. And that's because Dave, also sporting a strike beard, returned to the air with writers. His company, Worldwide Pants, which owns Late Show and The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, reached a deal with the Writers Guild. Here are a few highlights.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 long months, but by God, I'm finally out of rehab. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching The Late Show, the only show on the air now that has jokes written by union writers. I know you're thinking to yourselves at home right now, this crap is written? Yes.
The show also had the top 10 featuring striking writers and their top list of strike demands. One of those demands, hazard pay for breaking up fights on The View. Big celeb guest, Robin Williams, who just couldn't stop making fun of Dave's beard. Anyway, as we mentioned before, Dave was able to go on the air with writers because his company made a deal with the Guild, something the Golden Globes were hoping that they would also be able to do, but the WGA shot them down today. Come January the 13th, instead of seeing stars, you're more likely to see this.
NBC, see you later! You're a corporate union hater!
And that's because striking writers will picket the award ceremony. NBC is saying the show will go on, but really not sure who's actually going to cross a picket line, even if it is to pick up a trophy. The Golden Globe Awards are produced by Dick Clark Productions. And finally, a new year, new Britney Spears drama. Brit's latest lawyer wants to call it quits. Sorrel Trope filed a request to withdraw from Britney's custody case. The firm is saying that due to a breakdown in communication, representing Brit is impossible. Trope was Britney's third lawyer in her ongoing battle with K-Fed, who, of course, is now looking a little more like well-fed. And you really can't make this up. News coming in that Britney is in talks to star in a new movie called Memoirs of a Medicated Child.
That's gotta be a joke.
Nope.
It's like that very
Who
Amy
needs writers?
Winehousian, isn't it?
Who needs writers?
My goodness. Okay.
It's all yours,
Thank you
guys.
for
Thank you.
that. All right. Well, if you are still relying on an antenna to watch TV, you should know that this will soon be unplugged. But Kurt the Cyber Guy shows us how to make a smooth transition to the digital format.
As of yesterday, digital TV converter boxes are now available at over 100 certified retailers. Now, at the same time, a massive government undertaking has set aside $1.5 billion to give out free rebates. And now you're about to see how to get your hands on one.
The digital television transition, also known as the DTV transition, is the time when all full-power television stations in the United States are going to switch off their analog television transmission systems and start broadcasting exclusively in the digital format.
This is what one of the digital converter boxes looks like online and is now available in certified stores. The average price around $40 and as high as $60. And you will need this if you have an older analog TV that uses an antenna to receive this.
But this is coming. The deadline for the switch over to digital television is February 17, 2009. So households that are over the air only are going to need to start looking at the options that they need to pursue in order to receive the digital signal.
And now you can log on to the website that Uncle Sam has set up to get a free rebate coupon that essentially pays in part for the digital converter box.
And I'm kind of lost on how to do it.
All you do is hook this up to your TV, and it takes a new digital signal and converts it into the old one your TV has known for years. That's how you'll be ready in time for the moment the analog broadcast signals will be turned off forever. We have set up a complete guide to digital TV online via our website to help you understand the nuts and bolts of this big, big change that is now starting. You'll find it here at KTLA.com. Back to you.
Okay, not all Pasadena traditions are reserved for January 1st.
An annual event for the day after New Year's, and it's perfect for anyone who missed the Rose Parade.
My own? Damon Andrews here with you. Who's #1 in college football? Maybe USC is. We have the story. And find out what former Trojan Reggie Bush has in common with other named celebrity couples. Interesting.
Being a nurse means lots of hand washing.
And extremely dry skin.
Gold Bond Ultimate Healing Lotion. 7 intensive moisturizers, 3 vitamins, plus healing aloe for healthy skin.
Can your lotion do that?
This stuff really works. Being a nurse means lots of hand washing.
And extremely dry skin.
Gold Bond Ultimate Healing Lotion. 7 intensive moisturizers, 3 vitamins, plus healing aloe for healthy skin.
Can your lotion do that?
This stuff really works.
4 tribes cut themselves a Sacramento deal for one of the largest casino expansions in history. far beyond the modest increase voters were promised. Deals that give away too much to the richest, most powerful tribes and let them calculate what they'll share with the state. Then the big four tribes tried to keep their deals off the ballot because they know when voters get the chance, we're going to say no deal.
It's really complicated. I have satellite for my HD TV, the phone company for internet and home phone service, and they're both nickel and diming me for everything. So, now what?
Make it simple. Call Time Warner Cable at 888-TW-CABLE and get our All the Best package, which includes digital cable, Roadrunner high-speed online, and home phone service for just $29.95 each. Get all three services from one company and save. Call Time Warner Cable now at 888-TW-CABLE.
McDonald's double cheeseburger.
Man, how is that only $1?
It's on the dollar menu, dude.
But a burger like that for $1?
And they do that every day.
Yeah, awesome quality, awesome prices.
They should say that in a commercial.
Totally.
McDonald's Egg McMuffin.
Whoa, 2 for $3?
Hey, that's less than your fancy pants coffee in the morning.
How can they do that?
It's McDonald's. They've had everyday value since we were kids.
True, but this one's only for a limited time.
Then we better go now.
Winter skin itch. Get Gold Bond Anti-Itch Cream. It helps stop itches fast with 2 strong medicines. Got an itch? Gold Bond Cream. The quick fix for almost every itch.
It's a Pasadena tradition that takes place the day after New Year's. All the Rose Parade floats are on display, and they are standing still so you can really get to see them. And Bill Smith was there to get one last look at the 2008 Rose Parade.
Last chance to see the Rose floats. Up close and personal, but maybe the best chance.
You got to be here to see them. In the parade, you can't visualize how beautiful they are.
And up close, really something.
Yeah, really.
Each year, the Tournament of Roses stretches out the parade. Grab your cameras, very last chance, and this time the parade stays still. You do the walking.
Here it is, the descriptions of all the floats, the equestrian units, and all the bands.
And what a great chance to take pictures up so close. And there are plenty of good pictures waiting to be taken. Your pictures are that good, huh?
Yes, they represent it very well with the new digital cameras.
Do you work for one of the digital companies? Is this a commercial?
No, I don't. Just got a new one for Christmas.
And these floats also draw a lot of kids, and they bring a lot of understanding to what art and floats are all about.
I think they're really amazing because they have a lot of detail, and every little piece doesn't have anything to do with man-made. They're all like from the earth and stuff. It's really cool.
Are you secretly the Rose Queen?
No.
Well, how's this for coincidence? Here comes the real Rose Queen, Dusty Gibbs, and her royal court.
Now it's over, we are thrilled to be a part of it and so thankful, and we're just enjoying today seeing all the floats because we didn't get to see a lot of them yesterday.
That's right, you were busy.
Right, we were a little busy.
So, okay, photographers, one final look at the 2008 Rose Parade. Next year, we'll have a lot of trouble topping this year. Remember, next year, the day after is the day to see the parade, up close when it is not quickly rushing by. Bill Smith, KTLA News.
All right, USC. They're not going to finish #1 again, are they, Damon? Oh, come
It's
on.
a possibility.
What do you think?
People are talking, Leila, Emmett. Okay, so Illinois won at Ohio State. Ohio State is ranked #1, and will play in the national title game Monday. Yet, USC just hit the Illini upside the head with a Lincoln log, spanking them in the Rose Bowl, 49-17. That said, the Trojans may be 7th in the BCS standings and 6th in the other polls, but fair to ask, is USC #1? That argument gained steam when SC turned the school of butt kiss into a butt kicked with a Rose Bowl record 633 total yards. Now, the idea that the Trojans really are best in the land got an additional boost today when the odds makers in Vegas said that in any mythical playoff matchup, USC would be favored against every one of the other BCS Bowl teams, including title game participants Ohio State and LSU. Then there are sentiments like this. SC started the season #1, and they ended #1. So says former San Francisco Chronicle columnist Art Spander, who's been writing sports on the West Coast for like forever. This is what the Trojans say.
In my mind, there's no doubt. You know, we just had some problems. We just couldn't get through it.
But this is a great football team. It's a great defense with good leadership from our seniors, and should we can play anybody anytime. We just don't get to. Sorry.
That's not up to us, you know. I mean, you know, we believe what we believe, but you know, that's up to the rest of the country. Coaches put a great game plan together, and whenever you do something like that with a score like that, I mean, I don't think you can help but send this message.
Now, with 2 or maybe 3 teams currently ahead of them destined to lose their bowl games, one tonight, by definition, SC will end the year ranked 5th, 4th, or maybe 3rd by AP. But as long as college football lacks a playoff, we're going to be left wondering who really is best, even after the final game is played. Meanwhile, from Westwood, very good news tonight for UCLA fans. The crown jewel of Carl Durrell's coaching staff, Dwayne Walker, is staying with the Bruins. Walker is the architect of UCLA's strong defense and also the program's top recruiter. He was a candidate to succeed Durrell until Rick Neuheisel got the big gig. Neuheisel called Walker, quote, his top recruit. Tonight, the new guy got his man.
Clippers by a pair. Stojakovic for 3. Bingo. Uh-oh, if he gets going.
That's Peja Stojakovic. His name loosely translated from Serbian means game over. He hit 3 straight in a 24-5 Nolans run in the third. The Clips looking like crawdads tonight, 71-58 down at that point. Then it was the Wild Wild West. David West had a game-high 29. Clips have lost 8 of 9 at home, 7 of 8 overall, 95-81 the final. College basketball for you at 12-1. 5th-ranked UCLA opens Pac-10 play at Stanford tomorrow with a story right at the boiling point. And now just under the headline radar is trouble brewing because classmen, that is, are bent that most of the media attention is loving Love. That's freshman stud Kevin Love. Where's the love, I say? UCLA sources say it stands to reason that older guys who've been to back-to-back Final Fours might be a little envious of the steady stream of attention directed toward Love, who leads the team in scoring, rebounding, and feature stories. The same sources say because Love is selfless on the court, it's not a problem. Yet, the situation does bear watching as the Bruins battle in the nation's most competitive conference. All right, let's see here. There's Tomcat for Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. There's Bennifer, that's Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. And don't forget about Brangelina, that's Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Now, word from the world of privilege only Leila really knows about. Comes the latest celebrity couple, Bush-Dashian. That'd be former SC star Reggie Bush and celebutante Kim Kardashian, seen here at a New Year's Eve party on South Beach. A couple of tabloid mags are reporting that Bush-Dashian is not only a couple, that they are engaged. Now, who can keep up with the Kardashians? But I digress. Now, if you are keeping score, he's 22, she's 27. Mm-hmm. Today, through their peeps, Reggie and Kim said they are definitely not engaged yet, but they are very serious, which is more than I can say for this closing item in our sports guide.
Oh, yes.
They're seriously not engaged.
And
thank you very much.
Is it for sports?
Oh, Damon, thank you for bringing us the real sports
We got to
news.
get down
That's
to the nitty-gritty.
Right. Thanks, Dave.
That's what I'm here for.
That is Prime News for tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Have a good night, everyone.
It's last call at your Ford dealer, and we're ending 2007 in a big way. Take your pick of select Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, and Ford will make your payments until spring of 2008. We've got low lease offers as well as great APRs. Choose F-150, Ranger, Mustang, Fusion, the Escape Hybrid, the Edge, or the all-new Focus with Sync. And Ford will make the first 2 payments for you. It's last call at your Ford dealer, and the payments are on us.
We're ready. Are you? All-you-can-eat pancakes are back at IHOP. Enjoy stack after stack of our famous fluffy buttermilk pancakes starting at only $4.99. Try them with all your favorite sides for a feast that no other meal can stack up to. But hurry in. All-you-can-eat pancakes are only for a limited time. IHOP. Come hungry, leave happy. And try our new International House Roast coffee, too.
I've always struggled with my weight, and I know a lot of people are talking about Ally, but I'm not convinced. How does it work?
It's a fat blocker.
So?
So it blocks a quarter of the fat you eat from turning into calories.
What about side effects?
You just have to be smart about how much fat you eat, and it's not like you can't eat any fat. I had chicken fajitas for lunch.
If this keeps up, I'll reach my goal weight in 3 months.
I know I'll be healthy, but I lose the weight.
This time will be different because this time there's Ally. Ally. Commit to what's proven to work.
We're here today testing for the new Volkswagen Sign and Drive event, where you can get a new VW for practically just your signature. Just sign and drive. Introducing the Sign, Then Drive year-end event. Even better.
No down payment, no first month's payment, 0 due at signing. Now until January 2nd.
You asked for it. Now you have it. A full hour of Family Guy, followed by a full hour of 2.5 Men. Tomorrow, starting at 6 on KTLA.
I want you, Drake.